Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. So as you'll see, my background is a little different. I'm staying with some friends for my birthday, which is on the 22nd. So when you're watching this video, it could be my birthday. Happy birthday, me. Kimimaro looks so unimpressed with Naruto's efforts, like it's just a matter of time before he takes out all of the clones. I thought Shikamaru's fight with Taiyo was over, but it's not, and she's not totally immobilized by his shadow position, which is what he expected. It's what I expected too. He tries to strangle her with shadows, but she's fighting back and even seems like she's slowly getting the upper hand. We cut to Kiba making medicine for his and Akamaru's wounds. I feel so much concern for this pair, almost like they're my little brother and his dog. Naruto is just charging and charging with his shadow clones, and Kimimaro is just eliminating all of them until there's none left. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for finally comes. Sasuke is finally finished cooking.
The first step toward achieving Lord Orochimaru's design.
What are you hanging out with these losers for? Come on, buddy, let's go home!
Naruto is so, I don't know, sometimes he feels so like pure or innocent or sweet or something. Sasuke bursts out of this coffin and it's very menacing, and his hair is all long and then it goes into his scalp and his curse marks all being weird, and Naruto smiles. Naruto smiles because he's happy to see Sasuke. He even called him buddy. Does he truly believe that the solution is to just say, hey, it's cool, man, don't hang out with these losers, let's go back home? And I bet Sasuke is just going to be so mean. Sasuke is going to be so mean to him. It's going to be horrible. He's so good at that. He's so good at being nasty. And then we get a flashback of their journey so far and how they slowly became friends. Let's go back home, Naruto says. And I can hear the uncertainty in his voice and that cautious hope for everything to work out. He does an evil laugh and hops away. He didn't even look at Naruto. And as Naruto is looking at him, Kimimaro takes advantage of his distraction.
Die! Who's this?
In his eye, the rejuvenated Leaf Village's handsome devil, Rock Lee!
Okay, so I am very happy that, of course, that Lee saved Naruto, and I want Lee to be okay. But he was on crutches when they left the Leaf Village. Hasn't it only been like a day since then? How is he now rejuvenated? How is that possible? Okay, I'm sure there's going to be an explanation, because it would have been very handy if Lee could have gone with them in the first place. Many of them could have used some backup throughout all of this. I can't believe Sasuke didn't even look at Naruto. He didn't even look at him. Did he even hear him, or was he just so focused on himself? Naruto was just background noise? And where is he gone? Lee tells Naruto to go after Sasuke, and I hope he really does have all of this handled, because we already know that he's not at full strength. Lee's getting ready to fight pose is very cool and I really like it, and Kimimaro senses his strength, and I am taking that as a good sign. Maybe all of my concern is unwarranted because Lee is very cool and stops Kimimaro as he's going after Naruto, so he clearly has more of his strength than I was assuming. I remember Lee was so fast he could outmaneuver Gaara's sand. That's how he was able to hit him so many times, so hopefully he can keep up with Kimimaro. We see Tsunade with Genma and the other Jonin, updating her on the situation. He advises her to send a team of Jonin after the Sound Ninjas, but she says they can't. They just can't spare them, even if it means Orochimaru gets his hands on the Sharingan. I wish there was some way to let them know that they don't have to worry about that for now. Maybe in 5 years or so, Orochimaru will take Sasuke's body, but for now the situation is chilled. Guy interrupts the informal meeting looking quite flustered and being kind of clumsy, which is kind of unlike him, I think. He's being very dramatic though, and that is very much like him. But all this behavior is because he went on a mission before Lee's surgery, and so he doesn't know how it turned out. So he's very happy and relieved to know that everything went well. He really loves that kid, which is why it's very distressing to him when it turns out that Lee has absconded from the hospital and they do not know his whereabouts. So I was hoping that Tsunade would have done like some special temporary jutsu or something on him to make him stronger, or somehow made it so that he can handle fighting again, because as far as I was concerned, the day before he was on crutches. Right? He was on crutches when he was talking to Neji. This is just the next day, right? Or maybe he just heals really fast? But anyway, that's not too important. He's supposed to be taking it easy.
Little fool. He must have gone after them. Instead of his prescription, he took a bottle of elixir that I'd left in here.
Things can get really out of hand.
Out of hand how?
Something happens when Lee drinks an elixir. Even a sip. And well...
This is crazy stuff. I require more information about this elixir. What exactly does it do? Kimimaro is so fast that Lee can't land an attack, so he gets the upper hand. But just as he's about to land a potential killing blow...
It's over.
One moment, please! I am so sorry, but I have to take my medicine at a certain time. And that time happens to be now.
And Kimimaro just stops. Like anytime you're about to get a killing blow, just say, no, please wait. And then they'll stop. That's like the ultimate defense technique. I need to take my medicine, he says. And Kimimaro actually stopped. Is he just curious? Does he want to fight Lee at Lee's ultimate, so he's willing to wait? Or is he sympathetic because he's sick too, so he knows about taking medicine and stuff? Except Kimimaro he doesn't need medicine, he just needs the strength of his mind. I love the way that Guy is telling the story as well. He's so dramatic, he's like me.
I first noticed this phenomenon on the night I took Lee to a restaurant to celebrate his perfecting the reversed lotus. Thinking it was water, he drank some of my sake. That's when things turned really ugly.
What do you mean exactly?
A moment later, the entire restaurant was a disaster. As if a tsunami had hit it.
Is this elixir alcohol? Codeine or something codeine adjacent that can like make you feel high?
What are you staring at, you stupid jerk? What?
I knew then what Lee was. A natural-born master. The Drunken Fist.
Okay, so I 100% was not expecting this at all. I know I said, oh, is this a Drunken Fist thing? But I didn't think it actually would be. And the music, the way that Lee is moving, it takes me all the way back to when I used to watch those Chinese kung fu movies when I was young. I'm sure you know the ones where they were dubbed in English and it doesn't match the lips. There used to often be a drunken style person who was always like leaning far back and drinking from the like clay pot of alcohol. I have such a sense of nostalgia right now. Oh man, that's very exciting. I don't know how I necessarily feel about Lee, who's like, I don't know, 14, 15, being the one who does the drunken style, but he is accidentally intoxicated, right? What is in this elixir? We finished the episode checking in on the others. Kiba is making his way down the river, Shikamaru is struggling with Tayuya, and Naruto is chasing Sasuke. Where is Sasuke even going? maybe he's feeling kinda high too, from all his new super strength. Okay, so I've done some Googling, and it seems like this calling it an elixir is like an English dub thing, and that bottle was straight up sake, right? Lee is actually faster than he was before, and Kimimaru's wonder what it is that he drank. What is this wonderful special medicine that made him so much better, not realizing that a young man is intoxicated. Lee passes out and appears to be asleep, but that was just a trick. Drunk Lee is very amusing and I am enjoying him.
You fell for it! It looked like I was sleeping, but in reality I was wide awake. Witness the cunning of the Shinobi!
Kimimaru smells the bottle and realizes it's sake. Why did they translate it as elixir earlier just to have Kimimaru say it's sake? That's a weird one for me. So in my previous video, I thought that Kiba was holding the branch over Akamaru's head to shield him from the sun, but now I think it's more disguising himself from anyone who may be watching. With his wound, he can't stay in the river, so he gets out. This really reminds me of all those old kung fu movies. This is exactly something that would happen with those drunken master types. The comedy element of it, very skillful but also kind of funny, and the music that they play during all of this is perfect, and it's really taking me back. I'm sure this is like a deliberate tribute that Kishimoto made, or like the makers of the anime made, and I really appreciate it. I kind of want to watch one of those old movies now. The ones with the dub, the voice over in English that doesn't match the lips. Those fun times.
Why can't I hit him?
Buzz, you little fly!
Lee really is a master of this technique and is making some headway with Kimimaru. Guy reminisces on another time Lee accidentally drank some alcohol and destroyed a restaurant, and it took both him and Neji to restrain him. I really like that in the scene you can hear Neji scolding him like, "Look at your behavior."
Please sit down!
Look at your behavior!
Quick, get his legs! The two of us combined to finally restrain him.
Tsunade admits that he could be near invincible in this state, but he did just get out of hospital, so how long can his body hold out? Kimimaru puts it together that Lee is using Drunken Fist. Seems like it's not something you learn, but just instinctually, no?
What'd you do that for? I am enjoying the springtime of my youth!
Lee is very, very good at this drunken technique. I think from now on, he needs to keep a bottle of sake in his little ninja pouch. I know he's underage, but I think it's worth it for what he's able to do while he's intoxicated. Some people have kunai, some people have shuriken, but Lee needs a bottle of premium grade sake. Lee should only do this from now on. He's handling Kimimaru so much better than Naruto did, but I think Naruto just didn't have the right approach. Lee was already fast, but now he's gone supersonic. He's supersonic Lee, and Kimimaru looks so shocked. In this state, it's impossible for him to read Lee's movements. So he makes use of his curse mark, but not like to the same extent of the others. It only expands a little bit over his chest. And he does some bone stuff that is kind of creepy. And what is this liquid that slides off his bones? Shouldn't it be blood? Is this like censorship maybe? I wonder if all of this hurts him, causes him pain. He seems like the kind of person that would be able to just ignore his own physical suffering. I mean, he's using his mind to power his body right now, right? He uses his bones to cut Lee, and with this kind of Kakagenkai, you could turn yourself into a human porcupine. It seems the cut sobered Lee up because he's in his right mind now, complete with a splitting headache. So he's hungover, actually. It's unfortunate his drunkenness didn't last longer. It was really working for him.
My Keke Genkai freely controls my osteoblasts and osteoclasts. It allows me to alter the concentration of calcium and form new bones altogether.
I really like this thoughtful explanation. I was more correct than I thought when I suggested he could turn himself into a human porcupine, because he does just that. Shikamaru begins to wish for someone to arrive in the nick of time to help him, just like Asuma did before. So who is it going to be this time? Sakon has caught up with Kiba, but so has whoever these shadow ninjas are. Strangely enough, Sakon, or maybe it's Ukon, looks cooler in Kiba's coat than Kiba does. He wore it to disguise his own scent, so that Kiba would not sense his approach. Very clever. Lee begins unwinding his bandages and wants to open the first gate. And young man, that is very reckless. You're supposed to be taking it easy. All these young shinobi just putting their bodies on the line. He opens the first gate, which is called the opening gate, and Kimimaru's titanium bones fully absorb the impact of Lee's kick. And now he's trapped. Shikamaru is at the edge, almost out of chakra, and doesn't know what to do next. And one of the evil twins is about to stab Kiba, and I have a feeling it will be fatal this time. And who is going to help him now?
Wipe that grin off your face! What the hell?
Who are you?
Allies of the Leaf Village.
We're Shinobi. Of the sand.
The Sand Ninjas. Gosh, that makes a lot of sense, right? They are allies now. I remember them saying that they said that the Kazekage was acting on his own or something. It's not the whole land of wind. Not the whole land of wind that was working with Orochimaru in order to overthrow the Leaf Village. So they had kind of said, oh, water under the bridge, let's be friends now. And this would be a really good way to show that yes, we are allies now, by sending the Sand Ninjas to help them in the situation. Oh, and they had such cool entrances. I really liked that for all of them. And Gaara has a new outfit. I really like it. I approve of this new change. I wonder how he's doing mentally, and if he's been able to get along better with his brother and sister and make peace with his whole past and his father and all of that stuff. His father is dead now, right? They killed the Kazekage. Oh, shame. And I like that he is the one to be protecting Lee, because he's the one who he didn't give Lee those injuries, but he caused Lee to hurt himself by opening the 5th gate. He did break Lee's leg, if I recall. So yeah, he did contribute to Lee ending up in the situation that he ended up in. So I hope that this kind of repairs things between them so that they can be friends. And you know, Lee seems like the kind of guy that is easy to forgive. I don't see him holding any grudges. So yeah, I really like this development. The way Kiba closed his eyes was like he was resigned to death. Being a ninja is so intense. Tamari's outfit is different too, and I like this one better, though I continue to maintain that no ninja would fight in a skirt, unless it was a pleated skirt, like the one Nobara wears in Jujutsu Kaisen, that allows for much more movement. Gaara is really looking very cool, and with his arms crossed, he looks kind of unbothered. I think he's got the best one out of everyone now. I wonder how he's going to handle this fight. Kimimaro fires bones from his fingertips and the sand blocks it. I'd forgotten how much I like Gaara and his whole vibe. The way he speaks, the music that plays for him, I'm instantly hyped. Gaara notes that Lee is not as sharp as he was before when they fought. Lee says that he's not the type to hold a grudge, and I knew he wouldn't be, and tells Gaara that he ended up with a lot of side effects from their battle. He says that he's here to help them because he owes Leaf. And it cuts to Naruto, so I feel like for Gaara, it's more that he owes Naruto in particular for opening up his eyes and his world.
You seem a lot dumber than the last time our paths crossed.
Huh?
So are you gonna give up again this time? Go ahead, I'll take care of this for you.
I'm not about to give up, and besides, a real man doesn't let a woman do his fighting for him.
You talk tough, but I know it's just an act, idiot.
I really enjoy their interactions knowing that they end up together. And yes, I do know that they end up together. Tayuya begins to play her flute, but Tamari ain't messing around and literally blows her away, thereby dispersing the music from her flute. And my goodness, what a powerful attack. Kankura's puppet continues to creep me out, but I'm glad he's here. Kiba is unable to move, but he advised Kankura on the twins' abilities so that he can avoid being absorbed. And the young sand ninja is being very clever with the puppet. The twins power down, which hopefully means they're easier to defeat now, though they're also able to heal their wounds when they come back together.
Its puny power and speed are nothing special. I can't back down when they show me no respect.
Well done, Kankuro. I haven't decided if I like this guy or not. When he was first introduced, it was him being a shit to Konohamaru, and then he was kind of mean to Naruto as well, so I don't know yet how I feel about him. But these were some cool moves. These sand ninjas are definitely not like the leaf ninjas. You never see, well, we haven't seen so far any of the young leaf ninjas deliver a killing blow, right? I don't think so. But Kankuro, he just stabbed that guy with all those knives and the blood leaking out of the holes. That's intense. We don't see that kind of stuff from the leaf ninjas. It's really straddling that line of bad and good guy. Very interesting. It's intriguing. Shikamaru gives Tamari a rundown of the situation and Tayuya's abilities. I like that they're both portrayed as very analytical. Tamari's jutsu is kind of a perfect counter to Tayuya's, so she's staying hidden until the right moment, because they will still be able to hear her even if they can't see her. Shikamaru gives a useful explanation of genjutsu that should perhaps have appeared earlier than episode 125.
Genjutsus work by affecting one of the 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. The ones that involve hearing are the most dangerous of them all. But we'll have no idea when or where the genjutsu will be coming from. The idea is for us to be already under the spell of her flute by the time we figure out where she is.
They're both long-range fighters, so Shikamaru thinks they should withdraw, and Tamari is like, absolutely not, you don't know me, and summons her own very cool guy? Creature? What are the summoned beings called? Anyway, it's very cool and very strong and slices up forest, so there's nowhere to hide, and Tayuya ends up buried under these massive logs and branches, no longer able to play her flute.
It's finished.
She's as subtle as a rhino. She might even be scarier than my mom.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh well. This time I guess I should be grateful she's so scary.
Shikamaru is very funny, and of course he'd end up with a girl who's just like his mom. Tamari's attack was incredibly impressive, though I dislike how much of the forest was destroyed. She doesn't even seem like winded or tired or anything like that, so I'm guessing she's very powerful. I'm very intrigued to see more of the wind users. If she is just a Chunin, I wonder what the others are like. Though I'm sure she would have passed the exams if they hadn't come to an end. Okay, so that's going to be me for this video. I really enjoyed the kind of lighter tone of these episodes. It's kind of more fun, more enjoyment, even though the situation is very serious. I think with Gaara versus Kimimaru and Naruto catching up with Sasuke, that the next episodes will be heavy. I just know that Sasuke is going to be so mean to Naruto. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't think so. Man. But yeah, I enjoyed these episodes. It's nice to see the Sand Ninjas again, and particularly interactions of Shikamaru and Tamari, because I know that they end up together. So yeah, fun fact from me, you know on Gaara's gourd, it's like MW, it looks like an M, a W and an M. Those are actually my initials, kind of. My name, Kayla in these videos, but my full name is Michaela, and my surname starts with a W, so when I see that MW thing, it kind of makes me think of my name, like it should belong to me. Also, in my country, I live in Zimbabwe, the most common language spoken is called Shona, and Gaara means sit. So, you know, that's what I think of when I hear his name sometimes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week. See you in the next one. I'm Kayla. Bye.